Well, kind of. Dallas Cowboys, Pittsburgh Steelers. This just seems like an old school matchup. 27th best matchup for Dak, 11th best matchup for Fields. I think I probably have them closer in rankings than I would have expected. It's probably Dak higher. It is Fields at 8, Dak down at 12. Oh, Pittsburgh, yeah. Pittsburgh, the matchup for Pittsburgh is that tough. So I have Fields over Dak, and I don't feel all that great about it.
I'm about the same. I pushed Dak all the way down to QB 19 this week. I just don't want anything to do with Pittsburgh. I know he can probably connect with CD and Ferguson enough to make him more viable than that. I just don't like it. On the other end, I almost got crazy this morning and put Justin Fields over Jaden Daniels. Right now, Fields is my QB 6. Daniels is 5. I kind of want to swap them given the matchup, but I just can't do it. Still, QB 6 above Baker Mayfield, Geno Smith, Kyler Murray, etc. Justin Fields is going to smash again this week.
Yeah, that's the Justin Fields experience. You ride the roller coaster until it just dissipates on you. He's built himself enough cachet to keep starting. We'll see how this game goes. If he struggles and he plays bad, it might be a different story with Russell Wilson because he's still in the wings. But the Justin Fields experience, they're finally unleashing him. The Cowboys offense should score, which is the key thing, that they don't have to shrink the offense with Arthur Smith. So he's QB 6. I have Dak Prescott at QB 14. I can fade him to a point, but at a certain point, I'm looking at the quarterbacks, and I'm like, yeah, just take Dak at that point.
All right, running backs. It's a terrible matchup for the Cowboys. Third best matchup for the Steelers. Don't know if Jalen Warren plays, which means I probably have Najee Harris scary high in my rankings. I do. He's at 13. I don't feel actually that bad about it. I kind of like Najee. I'm not typically the Najee guy, but I'm fine with 13. What do you guys think about it?
Yeah, he's 16 for me. I hate that. He has not, I'm just double checking, has not found the end zone yet this season. He has an abysmal yards per attempt. Last week against Indy, it was 1.5 per carry. That's ridiculous numbers. 13 attempts for 19 yards last week. Thankfully, he got 6 targets through the air, 5 and 6 targets over the last 2 weeks with no Jalen Warren and a banged-up Cordero Patterson. The concern here is if Patterson goes, he'll probably have a better day than Najee, but this matchup is so juicy. I'm starting Najee and rolling with him and holding my nose. On the other end, it's Rico Dowdle, but I don't want to play Rico Dowdle. You can't start Elliott.
Yeah, I don't want to touch Najee Harris in this game. He's been the least efficient running back in the NFL based on his opportunity. He's been awful. And we saw last week, they preferred to give CPAT some usage because he looks like you watch the two play. CPAT's 33 years old, and he looked far more explosive than Najee Harris. Yeah, I know he's your guy, SC, but I have him at running back 25. He needs to score a touchdown. He's got a ton of opportunities, hasn't got a touchdown. Maybe he gets it in this game, but man, he's just been outright horrible. With Jalen Warren slowly coming back, that's the thing. They could be splitting a game. Interestingly enough, Arthur Smith has made Justin Fields look good, so I'm off the Arthur Smith hate bandwagon. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah. Rico on the flip side of the Cowboys, Rico Dowdle looks the best with their running backs. I have not running back 30, but yeah, it's just a bad matchup. You don't really want to play him, but you expect him to get volume, and I think Dak can give them enough opportunities where he could get you in the end zone and score a touchdown, but it's just not great on the Cowboys. It's a worse situation. So yeah,
you are right.
Sure.
Najee Harris is awful. But I just looked, and Jalen Warren and Cordero Patterson are both unlikely to play. So Najee's going to awful his way to the bank, just so you know that. Yeah. Awful his way to a top 10 week.
Yeah, but we just said, Aaron, he hasn't scored a touchdown all season. So, this is the matchup to do it, and he could do it multiple times. It's just, will he? I don't know.
On to the receivers. Bad matchup for both teams. People are really low on CD Lamb. This guy's an idiot, but in a redraft league earlier, I had someone offer me their Malik Neighbors in exchange for CD Lamb and Saquon Barkley. Gee, let me think. Do I want to give up 2 of the best players in the league for Malik Neighbors, who's hurt in a redraft league? Maybe not. I have CD as the highest in this one, obviously. Pickens probably as a 3, and then I don't want anyone else. How far down do you guys have CD? Because it's a bad matchup, but I still have him so low. He's at 1.
Yeah, he's number 2 for me. I just can't get away from him. He's so necessary to this offense. We know Dak can move it. They're going to blanket him as much as possible. I think Ferguson's going to get loose more often as a result. But Brandon Cooks is out in this game, so that, CD just becomes even more necessary here. Jalen Tolbert is sneaky this week. As a result, you just wonder if these guys can get in the end zone. So I'll bank on the talent of CD. On the other side, George Pickens, I blasted him last week. He proved me wrong, mostly because Justin Fields proved me wrong. I have Pickens all the way up at 18 this week.
Yeah.
Is it a typo or did he call him Swolbert?
I kind of want to start calling him that now. It's a great.
I do too. That's why I'm like, is it a typo or is this him giving him a nickname? Like, is Tolbert really ripped? He's Swolbert now?
You can't typo a T to a SW. It's Swolbert. I love it.
Yeah, like
yes, Cooks is out too.
Yeah, Pickens is a good NFL wide receiver. Like, I think he can win his matchups against the Cowboys in their secondary. So he's a wide receiver. I think he's 19. I have him at. I need to double check. And CeeDee Lamb, like Jimmy made a good point. Like when he's in the slot, like he's just gonna cook them. So we'll have a good game from CeeDee Lamb. Like we saw it last week. Him and Dak connected. They're gonna connect again. He's just too good, man. It's hard to take him out of the top 5. I have him wide receiver 1.
Moving on from Swolbert, we'll talk tight ends here. Middle of the pack matchup for Ferguson. Bad matchup for Freiermuth. I'm sure I have Ferguson far higher here. Yeah. Where do you guys have these? I have Ferguson at 5, the Muth at 8. Not nearly as good as Swolbert, but what do you guys have?
Jake, numero uno this week. He's going to get it done. He's going to find the end zone. I just think that CD gets taken away. I like the passing volume here for Dak, obviously, with CD and Ferguson ranked so high. On the other end, Freiermuth is tight end 9. I don't like him, but he's going to see volume, and he's one of the few tight ends you can rely on this season. What is happening?
Yeah, like
I was going to say, I don't think you can buy low in one of my scoring league or one of my leagues, tight end premium. He's like tight end 4 on the season. So he's a buy, but I don't think you can buy him right now. He's tight end, like he's a top 8 or whatever tight end, depending on scoring.
Yeah, his role's been better than I thought it was going to be because they're kind of consolidating the targets and stuff like that, and route run usage is good. Ferguson has the best tight end role in the NFL. Like, there's no tight end that has a better role and path to production than Ferguson. I have him at 3 just because Kittle's matchup is so good. But Kittle's dealing with injury, so if he's out, he'll bump to 2. Ferguson's awesome. It's interesting how we speak about a guy that's like 25. We think he has like cap ceiling, but I don't know, man. He's a good tight end, and there's no competition. So yeah, fire up Ferguson.
Yeah. So moving forward, should we just instantly draft every Dak Prescott attached tight end top 5? Because Dalton Schultz sucks, but he was awesome there. I don't think Ferguson's very good. He's awesome with it's just this is the Dak Prescott thing, right? That's all it is. It's Prescott.
It is.
Well, Ferguson's also good too. Like he's better than Schultz, I think.
But it's just a ton of volume. He doesn't even have to be good.
No, no. To your point, yeah. Like I just think he's a better player. So like I'm more confident in him than say Schultz when he was there.
Well, here's the thing about good quarterbacks. They can actually make multiple reads. So Dak Prescott, if his first read is done, he's going from deep to intermediate check, which is where Ferguson lives. And then he's checking to like Dowdle, et cetera, the ghost of Ezekiel Elliott. So yeah, Ferguson gets a lot of kind of those second read option plays. He's not often featured, but he's often necessary.